Hi, and now we're going to do some Excel. We're going to do a complete monthly budget, start to finish, and show you how to do the whole thing. We're going to show you how to link from one page to another page. After we do all our monthly budgets, we're going to go to another page and we're going to do yearly budgets so you can keep track of each year. The first thing we're going to start out with is put in here my budget. Make this a little bit wider so it fits. And then down here, what we're going to do, we're going to put in, let's put in here January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And then down over here, notice we left one column empty at the beginning of this because this column is going to go down. We're going to put in here our monthly bills, mortgage or rent. And notice how when I'm going across, when I went from January to February to March, if you're going across this way, you use your tab button, or you can use hold your shift button down and hit tab and it will go back right to left. If you're going up and down, you use your enter button. Mortgage, phone, enter, electric, enter, cable, it's phone, electric, cable, water, car payment. And don't worry about going outside the lines. We'll adjust that after we get our chart all set up. Car payments, car insurance. What else is a monthly bill? Clothes. Daycare, if you have kids and you work full-time. That's good. You get the idea of it so far. Now, I've got a couple of these that go outside the line. What we're simply going to do is go up here through this till we get our cross section here. Hold down your left button and move this over. We can also, remember, you can adjust your line height, your width. You can adjust this. With your cursor, you can also adjust up and down. If you want this one to be a little bigger, a little more space in there, same thing, hold your left mouse button down, move it. You can make it bigger, smaller, whatever you want. Alright, let's add some figures in here. I'm just going to say 1200. And now, when I click on the next box, that 1200, you lose the decimal points, the 2 decimal points. So what you want to do is you want to highlight, put your cursor on the top left box, hold your left mouse button down, highlight this whole section, let go of the button, and then anywhere on here, you right click, go to Format Cells, you come here to Numbers, and this formats all your numbers for anything that's highlighted. And you can also do that with your accounting, your currency, your date, time. There's just different percentages. There's different choices you have for each one of these categories. We're just going to do numbers. It's already set decimal place 2. You can change it to 0. You can change it to 4, whatever you want. We're going to go with 2 and hit OK. And there you go. Our decimal points are back. The phone, we're going to say, is 137.56. Electric, 335. Food a month, we're going to say about $650. Cable, $125. Put some numbers in here. Water a month. Usually your water is quarterly, but we'll just say $75 a month. Car payment, $4.99. Car insurance a month, $127. Clothes, so how much you spending a month on clothes? We'll just say $200. Daycare is probably $100 a week, so we'll say $400 a month. These are just figures I'm just using for examples. Now, to save time, I'm not going to go through and put in figures for the whole entire year and every single thing here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy these, and I'm just going to use these for all of them. Right click paste, right click paste, right click paste, and I'm just doing this for example, so you naturally would each month put in all your figures. September, October, November, and December. Okay, now we have all our figures in. What we're going to do now is we're also going to highlight this last bottom line and format the cell. Numbers. It's already set on 2. Hit OK. That way it's going to keep all our decimals, and we're going to do the same thing here. Format cells, numbers, decimal 2. Okay, now what we can do, there's 2 ways we can do this. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this bottom line, and we're going to put an underline under it. No, let's not do that. That didn't work right. Let's do this. We're going to get a little fancy here. We're going to take this line here and just format this other line below it, because I only did one line and we're going to use this line for something different, so I moved my formulas down to this line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this whole section, this first line, and I'm going to go to my background fill, or your fill color, and I'm going to make this black. Now what you can do is you come over here, put your little cursor on the bottom, move this up, and you have a nice little line separating your formulas, your figures from your totals. You could do the same thing over here. Make this black. Now you can see I already clicked on the arrow and hit the black, so now this is automatically black, so I don't have to go into my other screen. I can simply just hit the black button and it's black, and then we can come up here, make our little line, and there you go, you're all set. You got a little separation. You can also, if you want to get fancy, we can come to here, make your fill color, pick a little light color because you want to be able to read your font. You can come over here, do the same thing here, pick a different color, a light color. You want a light background so that you can see your text, your reading and writing. Let's go back and make this one white. There you go. Now, right away we should have actually already done this. Our save button, click your save button. It automatically says book 1. You can click on it till you get your little flashing cursor. Put in monthly budget, or whatever else you want to call it. Make sure you want to save it to your desktop, or your documents, I mean. And if you look up here, follow this line, users Larry documents, the last word, whatever the last word is, the last file, that's where it's going to save it. If you want to change it, put it on your desktop, simply click desktop. This says desktop. You have your name, monthly budget, click save, and that will save it. Now once you save a program, as I've talked about before, Microsoft Office will automatically, every so often, automatically save what you're working. So if you're working and you're getting into your work and you forget to hit the save button, every so often Microsoft will save it for you. And that way, if you lose power, your computer turns off, something happens, you don't lose all your work. You only lose the last 5 or 10 minutes that you did. So don't forget that. And then every once in a while, don't forget to go up and click it, and that will save everything up to that point. And now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this, come down here, and go over here, hit your little E symbol, and that gives you your total. And you can do one column, or you can do all the columns. Same thing going across. E column, or all of the columns, one column or all of them. And there you go. Now you have your totals, your total expense for the month, for each month, and you have your total expense for the year, for each bill. What else can you do here? We can start another page. If you want, you can put your titles, your totals. Alright, not your titles, your totals. Set your color for that. You can also set your total for this, your color, for these totals. Just makes it a little fancier, makes it a little easier to read also. Kind of breaks it up a little bit. Stuff like that. Now what else you can do here, you have your totals for the year right here of all the bills. Now if you want, you can also come down here, hit that, and you have your total expenses of everything combined that you spent for the year. Say for example, you're going through the year and you come across a bill that you forgot to add. What you can simply do is come up here anywhere on this line, any line, put it up on the number where you get a little arrow, right click, insert. Now you come over here and you add, let's see, what's something that's not on the list that we could put for a monthly bill? Let's say you decided you're gonna take a class at school, you're gonna go to college, or you just want to take one particular class and it's gonna take you 2 years to do that project. You can put in here school, expenses, a little bit over the line, so you just simply come up here, make a minor adjustment there. Now as you notice, as you're making an adjustment here, this is kind of going off the page a little bit. You want to try and keep everything so it's readable on one page. What you can do is look at things that you can move over a little bit. You got a gap here, so we can actually come up here, move that over a little bit, and there you go. You're back on the one page. So now we come back up here, monthly expenses for school. $375. Now there's a way in here, and I don't remember how to do it. I'll have to maybe look and get back to you on that. I can do an update, or let me just see if I can find it. But you can also put in one figure, highlight the whole thing, and I'm not sure where they keep it. It's been a while since I used it. But you can highlight a whole bar and hit fill, and it'll put this figure all the way across all of them. I don't know if it's on insert, might be on formulas. I'll have to look into that, and I'll do an update on this video and show you how to do that. But for right now, we'll just copy and paste. See if we can just do this. I don't know if it'll work on all of them. Paste. Yes, there you go. That's one way to do it. I know there is another way to do it where you can do a fill across squares. So then you want to make sure you put in your totals. And now you notice as you have your figure here, when you put your total in, as your total here, this changed. It went from 45,000 to 49,000. And as I added these numbers in here, these totals also automatically increased. So you don't have to do anything with that. Once you scroll down a column and hit enter, anything you add into that column will automatically be entered in the final totals. So 49,000. I hope you're making a lot of money, because that's a pretty expensive yearly budget. All right, what else can we do? So now we have, let's put in here my budget. Let's do this. Let's cut this. Put this up here. Paste. And let's put in here 2012. Move it over to the middle a little bit. No, it's not going to let you out. Numbers are automatically formatted on the right side of the cell. Letters are automatically formatted on the left side of the cell. It's just the way they do it. So we have my budget 2012. So now we go through 2012, we start 2013. So I'm just going to do this the uneasy way. I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing. Copy. I'm going to come down here to sheet 2. You have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. And I'm going to add sheet 2. Paste. And I'm going to change this to 2013. Now, you can simply do it this way. Copy it for the following year when you get to December. You can come up here, highlight a whole thing, copy it, go to sheet 2, paste it, and then all you have to do is come to here, highlight all of this, and hit clear contents. Now you can go through and add all your figures for the year as you go through. Now you notice you have to do a little adjustments here for these. Get everything set back up to where you were. And there you go, you're back on the same page. Now, you notice all your totals are 0. As you go through the months, add them up, these will automatically change. You don't have to do anything with them. It gives you automatically monthly expenses for all your bills. It gives you your total for the year for each individual bill. And then down here you'll have your total for all your expenses for the year combined. I'm just going to undo this for a minute. Whoops. I'm going to undo. Get the figures back in there. And then I can just readjust this. Because I want to just keep the, instead of entering all new figures again, I don't want to be wasting all that kind of time. Put that like that. Just reformat this the way it was. And bring this back over to where it was. And there you go. You're all set. Now we're going to show you how to do a total. We're going to keep track of each year on a separate sheet, on sheet 3. And I'll show you how to transfer this stuff over. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to end here and go to a part 2.